Good morning, good morning. Monstera deliciosa is a plant that amazes many people. And you have seen beautiful, lush, holy leaves on the feed of your favorite Instagrammer or in some photo in an article about this plant. And you want to have this plant in your living room, you buy it, you take care of it, and after half a year it doesn't look like it does in those Instagram photos. So today I'd like to tell you what to do so that Monstera deliciosa becomes friends with you and looks just like in those favorite Instagram photos. Tip number 1. Monstera is not a plant for the corner. You might say, well, obviously it's not for the corner. The thing is, many of you probably think that Monstera likes a shady spot, but that's not the case. Because if you just bought a Monstera and put it in some shady spot and after half a year, if the leaves still don't develop those beautiful holes, it means one thing: it's not getting enough light. Monstera needs diffused light, but it needs quite a lot of it to produce those beautiful thick leaves with holes. Light makes Monstera stronger, so don't forget to place it closer to the window rather than farther away. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel because there will be more and more tips about potted plants. And by the way, let me know which plant you're having trouble with. I can help with that. Tip number 2, support. A support is necessary for Monstera because Monstera is a climbing plant, and in its natural environment it climbs up trees. That's why it needs a proper support. That's when it shows its absolute strength. Then, if it has that support, the leaves grow bigger and become more massive. Of course, support is only needed after a certain point, when the Monstera reaches a certain size. And now everyone thinks, okay, I'll put in a coconut stake, but a coconut stake is only a half good solution. Why? Because the support is needed so that the roots of the Monstera can actually attach themselves to the support, just like to a tree, and anchor themselves in it. A coconut stake is a dry kind of structure, so it's better to use something else, like a stake made of moss soaked in water. Then the roots really dig into it, start to grow in, the plant gets stronger, the leaves get bigger, and it shows its true power. So choose the right supports for your plants and remember that you only put them in after some time. Here's an example of a Monstera that's just about to get a support and will grow beautifully. But before it gets the support, we still need to do something. And that's my next tip, which will be tip number 3 in just a moment. If you really want your Monstera to look like those sample photos on Instagram, in such beautiful pots, because those pots also create the vibe, remember that the pot alone won't make the plant look beautiful. Here I have a great pot, a basket that looks really good, especially with a Monstera, but it's important to note that you shouldn't plant a Monstera directly in such pots. This pot usually doesn't have any drainage, the water stays there, the roots rot, and then the plant doesn't do so well. So put it in another pot, which you then place inside this decorative pot. And for the Monstera plant to grow really well, you need to prepare the right mix. I talked about the mix in the previous episode, so I encourage you to go back and watch it, because the mix I prepared in the last episode is perfect for Monstera. Tip number 4, proper geometry of the plant. What does that mean? It means that the plant has a front and a back. Look, on this side there are beautiful leaves, on this side the leaves are less beautiful. The plant turns toward the sun and that's its front. People make a really big mistake by turning the plant every week so that it looks beautiful from every side. Naturally, Monsteras grow in forests where they attach one side to a tree and that's the back. So that's where the aerial roots appear, and with the other side they turn toward the light, creating beautiful planes of leaves, those green ones, one above the other. And that's exactly the Instagram effect, that's why it looks so beautiful. So don't make that mistake, don't turn the Monstera around, let it grow the way it likes best. Place it towards the light, put a support on the other side, attach it to the support and let it grow. Tip number 5. Take care of those beautiful green leaves often enough. What does that mean? It means that we need to wipe them very often. I have a solution prepared, a mixture of water and lemon, and once every 2 weeks I wipe the leaves with a soft cloth or a paper towel soaked in this lemon water. Lemon water, first of all, refreshes. Secondly, it's slightly antibacterial. And thirdly, it cleans by opening all the pores in the leaves and allowing the plant to breathe. And breathing is really very important for this plant. So, if you want to have a beautiful plant like the ones in those Instagram photos, you really need to take special care of its leaves. Sometimes, of course, you can also spray such a plant, but remember, don't spray the new leaf buds because they're curled up, and if water gets in there, it can cause a bit of rot. However, if they're open, you can lightly mist them with gentle filtered water. This will certainly help your Monstera produce even bigger, more beautiful leaves. My dear friends, your Monstera doesn't have to be perfect. What's important is that it brings you joy. It can have a cracked leaf, it can have a dried leaf because it's a living organism, not a plastic decoration. So remember to be moderate in caring for this plant. Observe. And I have a suggestion for a little fun. Let me know on my Instagram and show your Monsteras, tag me, mention me as Hubert Lemansky, and I'll share your Monsteras on my Instagram. And we will all watch how beautiful they look and how wonderfully these fantastic plants grow in your homes. Don't forget to subscribe because the gardening season is about to start and there will be plenty of interesting content coming up.